New week, new documenting the journey. Welcome back. So I skipped a week, and this was because I was very, very sick. So I think this was like the first video that I've skipped since starting. No, the second one actually. I think I skipped 1 week, but I'm back. I was very sick, so I could not really get my thoughts and myself together to record a video. So I skipped the week, but I'm good now. That is one thing about being here in countries like this. I mean, you're bound to get sick at some point. I feel like I get sick once a month, but this time I got really taken out by it. So I just did next to nothing for a few days and just try to get back healthy again. And now I'm back. I'm feeling good again. I'm in Uluwatu, so background change. I'm in Uluwatu for a few days. Uluwatu is on the south of Bali. There's all the beautiful beaches and cliffs and all these sorts of things. So I'm just staying here for a little bit to see, to visit, and then to go to Malaysia next week. We're going to Kuala Lumpur. I'm going there for 10 days, see what that's like. And then I think I'll go back to Bali for another month. But yeah, that's one thing about being here. For me personally, it is very physically uncomfortable. I noticed that for me, I prefer to be in places like Europe, maybe also island places like Europe, but places that are more familiar. There's less chaos and I know a bit more what to expect and all of these things. For me, I noticed that it's just very physically uncomfortable for me to be here in Bali. But then, as I said before in previous videos, it is just a really good place to meet people, to grow, to change your perspective. So I think it's a really good place for me to be, and I think that's the sacrifice I just have to make now, is the comfort versus the growth that I can take out of it. So I think I'll be here every year, 3-4 months. I don't know where else I can get something like this, but it is a challenge for me to stay here. That I haven't talked about that before because it's just very uncomfortable for me. I don't know if it's just the type of person I am, but for me it's not like the island, like dream, this and that. I don't really do anything else than work anyways. It's not like I'm at these beautiful beaches all day and all of this shit. For me it's like more uncomfortable to stay here than at home, for instance, or somewhere in Spain. But then again, I think it's sometimes you have to sacrifice some things and you have to do what needs to be done in everything, really. Been talking to some friends about that, wanting to start something, some friends from back home. I don't have many friends left from back home, but I have a few left, and they're trying something or starting something, and they're like, this is boring, or this, or I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. But in the beginning, you don't really have a choice of what to do. You just have to do what needs to be done. So this for me is one of those things, and maybe it's paired with, I'm not in a stage yet where I can just lay back on a beach all day and all this shit. Maybe if I could, and I'm more peaceful in my head or in my what I need to do, then I could enjoy it more. But right now, for some reason, when I don't work, it feels like I am bound to lose and I deserve it. I don't know why. It's hard for me to take off and do nothing because I feel like if I do that, I deserve to lose and all of these things. So it's something that in my head I am fighting myself with, because also I know personally, and I've noticed this by being sick, it was a good step back actually, because I just don't stop. And I think that's also why I got sick this time, because I was already feeling a bit burned. It's a good recharge for me, especially being here as well. I mean, I feel like doing some work in the mornings. I just want to get to it, but then the rest of the days from like 12, I just take off and just chill and just try to recharge and get my thoughts back together. I wrote it down as well that when I do reflect more, when I do look inside more, when I do look more around me, I feel like I'm a better person. I feel like I'm more clear in my thoughts. I can express myself better. I can make better videos. I can share what I'm doing better. So I think it's very important that I do this, but it's hard for me to actually do nothing and reflect and just chill, because if I do that, I feel like I'm a loser and I deserve to lose. So that's the game that's going on in my mind, which I'm trying to figure out. So I think it's important to know for myself when I should take a step back, and maybe even plan these like once a month. You take 4 days, or I don't know, because normally I just keep working. It's not like I take these Sundays off or whatever. It's just, it's like ongoing line. But I think it would be better. Like I said before also in my goals video, it is something that is important to me to have a hard cut-off time, but I just haven't been able to do it yet. So yeah, this is an ongoing process, taking you guys with me, of course. Starting this video with some self-reflection and self-development, because I think that's what's mainly there for the past 2 weeks that I was absent, what I was thinking about and what I was writing down. So this also, again, I talk about this very often, made me reflect on, hey, what is my main quest? What is my side quest? My main quest is to build very cool shit, which I'm doing with Exchange Life. I feel like a creative entrepreneur when I'm working on Exchange Life. It's more like a startup. It's unique. It's new. It's a business, it's a brand, it's a community. Whereas my side quest, which is my agency, is a business model. And I don't feel like I am a business model entrepreneur. This is something that was in my head and that I kind of came to the conclusion of. You have business model entrepreneurs that just jump on the best business model, that it's the easiest way to make money. And you have creative entrepreneurs, people that build startups, people that build businesses, brands, companies. And I feel like I belong here, but I need my business model right now to survive. My agency, short form content. This is nothing long term, but I do need it to survive right now because I'm bootstrapping this whole thing. Like, I have no investment rounds or funding or anything. It's just me trying whatever is possible. So I do need my agency. But do I really want to run the agency? That's the question. That's the title of this video. Like I said before, I don't feel like I'm a business model guy. I don't just want to make money. I want to build cool shit, but it's necessary right now. But what I reminded myself of is that it is necessary right now, but don't sacrifice yourself or your thoughts or your clarity of mind for this, for the side quest, because that will bring your main quest down. You need that clarity of thoughts. You need that momentum. You need that motivation. You need that clarity for the main quest to get that going. So I would rather not have 10 clients on my side quest, but my clarity of thoughts so I can pursue my main quest, which is my brand, than to sacrifice myself and everything for the side quest. So this is something that was just in my head that I wrote down as well, is I don't want to be a slave to my own business in my agency. That is not the goal. I don't want that. I don't want to make 30k versus 10k a month. There is no difference to me. This is just here right now for me to provide good results for my clients, grow it organically, survive without the less headache as possible. That should probably be my KPI. The least time and energy and headache spent on it versus my brand, which is like something long term, something that's building value, something that compounds over time, right? That is the creative entrepreneur me, the me that makes these videos and that does things differently. The vision in me, that is this. Like, there is no vision needed for an agency. If you are doing something unique, there is, but not for like a business model agency, a short form agency, if you're just fulfilling a service. To me, at least. I don't know if that's to you, it might be different, but this is to me. This is something that came to my mind again that I wanted to share with you guys. I don't want to sacrifice myself or burn myself because of my side quest. So taking a step back there is good. It's not needed to have 20 clients. And then also the thought came to my mind, which is what will happen if you focus full-time on Exchange Life? Is that possible right now? What will happen? All of these things, and I'm like writing it down and I'm seeing what will happen. I don't think it is yet, but I will share it with you guys how that goes, working on some different things there. So it might be possible in the future, we will see. But I also don't want to sacrifice the main quest, which is the money that is in there, that is trying new things, creating new products, all of these things. I need money for it. I don't want to take that out, so I cannot do these things because I need to survive, which is why I now take the money from my agency. That makes sense. And do all of these things. Be free and fucking free to go wherever I want. Of course, you need that as well, right? Me, I need that. I mean, I just want to do what the fuck I want to do. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. We'll see where I'm at 10 years. We'll see. But yeah, I think it's a very strong difference between like a creative entrepreneur and a business model guy. There is no right or wrong. There is no good or bad. But for me, I am this guy. Like, and I don't want to feel like this guy, which sometimes I do in the agency. But I am a creative entrepreneur. I'm someone that's gonna build big shit. I'm someone that's gonna build very cool shit. But right now, I'm doing it all bootstrapped. Just me, myself running. The thought that came up to me a lot. I'm just like strong arming my way through it, like forcing my will onto the universe. That's what I'm doing right now. No outside investments, no help this or that. It's just me, like boom, just strong arming my way through it, finding the people I need to tell me what to do and like meet friends and move to Bali to see if that can unlock anything. Like, I'm just willing my way through it. I think it's gonna be the hardest part of my entrepreneurial journey, but when I build my track record, when I show that I can do cool shit, that I work a lot and all of these things, then I can get investors or get like a next very big thing. But right now I'm just willing my way through it. I think it's a part of every entrepreneur's journey, right? This is where I'm in right now, but you know, I don't want to sacrifice that creative entrepreneur inside of me. It's also why I called my agency Young Creatives, because I'm a young creative. I'm just here to share my journey as a young creative entrepreneur and take you guys with me. Wrote some shit down in my little book here. So yeah, that's basically that about myself, about my agency, about Exchange Life, the main quest. Testing ads, we're profitable on a low budget. I shared this before, it is a struggle figuring out what works and what doesn't. It's not easy. I realized that I went the wrong way, the hard way with this. Why dropshippers make so much money is because they test so many different products until there's one that works and then they scale it up. Whereas me, I chose a niche, I chose a product, I chose a brand, and then I'm just trying to make tweaks to that thing until it works. It's the other way around because I cannot make money instantly. I cannot just open my water tap and pour money out because it doesn't work yet. I have to make it work, which is again me strong arming my way through it. So that is also why I started the agency, so I can keep doing this and make it work. It feels like absolute magic to me because I started this shit when I was 14, 15. I started drop shipping. I remember vividly because I was 2 years younger in school that I was out with some friends because they were already 16 and drinking some beers in the little cafe, and I got a Shopify sale right there at 12 a.m., 1 a.m., I don't know, and I was like, fuck, I want to do this. And that is also how I tried to convince my mom many times that I shouldn't go to school or to drop out of high school or to get to an easier level of high school because I did the hardest high school level, or like about the hardest. It was like, Mom, I don't want to do this. I want to make a store. I want to make sales and I want to do this thing. So making ads work for me feels like magic because I cannot remember anything else. Yeah, I talked about this with my mom too. I was like, Mom, I told you I was going to do this. I was 15, 14. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it just feels like magic to me. And that's what I'm really passionate about, is building this cool thing or building cool shit for myself, like making my vision reality. And that is what I get energy from and what drives me. And yeah, it's those rabbit holes that I'm in, like the D2C rabbit holes, the brand rabbit holes, the customer experience and all of this shit. That's what I actually think is really cool. And it's an extension of myself. Exchange Life is an extension of myself. Again, the creative entrepreneur. I'm sharing my journey of being an exchange student through this brand, which is not myself anymore, but it still was me at some point, right? So that's why I'm so passionate about it. And that's also why I say at some point I'll probably delegate or exit it and create another big thing that is an extension of me forever, or at that point. Because I am not the exchange student anymore right now, but that's right now the quest that I'm pursuing and trying to get the most out of. It's not just a way to make money. Of course I want to make money and I want to optimize it, but it's not just a way to make money. I think it's actually cool. I'm making it myself really hard to make money with it. So if it was just to make money, I should have quit a long time ago. But I'm also not dumb, right? I want to make money and build shit, so that's just part of it. So yeah, that's just what I'm thinking, is some of my thoughts here in this place in Bali. Let me take you guys through this little thing. Pretty long video, actually. As you can see here, you cannot really see much, but it's, wait, let me change. There you go. So you can see here, it's like a little village where I'm staying in Uluwatu. It's really nice, actually. Those are my thoughts for this week. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm good. I'll see you guys next week. I'm not gonna skip it again. Hopefully I don't get sick again. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week.